Well, this is an unboxing video of ps5. There we go. It's a big ass box. Damn, it's a big ass box. Okay, this is the box that it comes in. It looks fairly straightforward. There's some information on the back. Showed you a lot of videos online about this stuff, so I ain't gonna go into details. Let me just open it up and see what's what. Oh, there's some stuff on top here. It needs cutting. Cut that away. Opens up, kind of like that. Stuff goes there. Goes out like that. Opens up a little handle. Stuff that comes out. That came out. And then there's the device right there. That's in the tray, so I'll take that out and do the next video. So that is the PlayStation, the box. It's in this little carton thing here. Let's pop this out. From here, the stuff that holds it in place. Then the cellophane wrapper. It's not severely wrapped, but I'll put this down and take it apart and set it up. This thing is massive. First impression, it is excessively massive for a console. Wish this thing was a little bit smaller, but hey, you know, it does what it's supposed to do, I assume. I see the fingerprint magnet right there. A USB port, CD player. It sits flat, but it seems slightly skewed at a slight angle this way when you look at it. But maybe it's just the optical illusion of it. Maybe because of this curve it gives it that look. Yeah, it definitely sits at an angle, slight angle. Again, could be this the shape, but it has that. It's solidly planted though. Got your ports and stuff in the back here. Looks pretty good. I just gotta open up this box and see what's in there. So it comes with this pamphlet type stuff. Of course, it looks like I like this the outlet plug. It doesn't have that big ass brick. Yes, the controller looks a lot nicer than the PS4 controller, that's for sure. Looks a little more streamlined in a way. It's pretty nice. You know, I'm not a big gamer, but I'm grateful to be able to do this unboxing. Of course, let's see. It's another stand for it to go on, it looks like. Yeah, some kind of stand for it. And HDMI cable. I believe it's HDMI 2.0, but you know, I'll have to check and see. First impression after the unboxing is that this thing is massive. You know, as comparison, I'll put this cup of water beside it. Massive. I'll set it on the counter and next to the TV and see how it looks. That's a 65-inch TV. It has some weight, some size to it. I have it sitting on the PlayStation 4 and it's definitely like double its size. Yeah, hope you like this video. Bye. So I have it sitting this way, sideways, and it's doesn't have this little stand on it. When I put the stand on it, it's coming up above the TV. The other place I could set this is behind the TV in the upright position. Is what I'm thinking I'll have to do. There's no space on this table to keep it like where it is, or I could set it down on the ground there beside the thing. So I'm still playing around with it. We'll see. So I end up setting it up behind the TV. And that works a little bit better. Turning it on and see. I had to push the power button on it because this controller didn't turn it on. And the old PS4 power supply works on it, and the old HDMI cord works on it. As you can see, the plug here for the old HDMI doesn't work on this. This looks like it's a C plug, whereas the PS4 use something more like the phone charger type thing. So I have to get a charger, wired charger for this. That's how it is right there. It's saying plug the thing up to it, but no cable came with this device to plug it up. So unfortunately, I don't know if I can do anything. The instructions seem fairly straightforward, but so I'll do an update later. So my basic take on the PlayStation 5, it's a very big device. Everything that you need comes with it. I know I didn't find the charger at first. It was in a little separate compartment, but I did find it and was able to charge the controller. Controller is amazing. It does some amazing things. Like you move it like this and it works, and you can do movement, do it like that, and it swings, at least in the Astro Playroom. Really cool device. I am not a gamer. I was setting that one up for one of my athletes to make sure everything worked because it came in the mail. But overall, I really like it. It was much faster. I loaded Black Ops 4 for PlayStation 4. It took like four and a half hours to do. After loading the CD and then downloading whatever content, it took about 4.5 hours. I loaded Grand Theft Auto 5, and that didn't really take a whole lot of time, but I left it running overnight, so I don't know how the numbers for that one. And Warzone, which took like a few minutes, maybe about an hour. So the machine is fast. after playing zombies on the PS5, I realized how much faster the stuff loads. Um, you can get into playing the game, so definitely is a nice device. I find that the machine itself is too big for my taste, um, but I assume they had to make it that big because of the cooling and all that stuff in the graphics card or whatever. There are other videos online showing someone taking apart the PS5, so you can go ahead and look at some of that. But as a consumer, I personally wouldn't buy that device. It's just too big for me. Even though I was able to place it behind the TV and still use the controller that came with it without any problems, it's just such a big device. Hopefully the next one will be a little bit smaller. I personally don't like how games are going where it takes hours to download stuff, and I certainly don't like having to buy a game and then have to buy stuff online just to play the game on top of that. I don't really find that a real practical way, especially if you're young and trying to save some money. I mean, if gaming is all you want to do, I guess to each his own, but you know, I'd rather spend my money elsewhere, either buying stock in Sony or stock in whatever game companies out there and make some money, which I've done in the past, and playing some games here and there for enjoyment. But overall, it looks nice. It's just ridiculously big for me. The controller is amazing. It feels better than the PS4 controller, and it does a lot more stuff than the PS4 controller. Really like that technology. Even though I'm not a gamer, I find it really nice. Learning the interface wasn't hard. You know, I barely played the PS4, but jumping on the PS5, it seems intuitive enough. Setting up everything. The only thing I find a little annoying, every time you move to something, the computer speaks, say what you're on, and that can be irritating after the short period of time that I played around with the game. I'm not blind, so I don't need someone saying where I am. Other than that, it's a really good machine for guys that's out there. I find people are spending upwards of $2,000 for these things. I personally wouldn't buy a gaming system console for that price. You can get a computer that does the same thing, even better, for that price, and just dedicate it strictly to gaming. I haven't downloaded any games off the Miles, the Spider-Man game. I didn't download that. I probably wouldn't. I already actually box the thing back up and put it away for when my athlete comes to pick it up. But overall, it's a really nice console. I don't think anybody could go wrong with it, but don't go crazy and try and buy it for $800-900 or $1,000 just because you want it now. Wait till it comes out. If you'll have any questions, ask in the comment section down below. Have a good day.